Right now at noon, controversy and calls for removal of some city leadership during the Carthage City Council meeting.
And we've got a cool and breezy day across the 4 states. Temperatures a bit below average, but a big warm up on the way. We'll take a look at your forecast coming up.
And Joplin residents get a chance to learn about plans for future downtown events.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
O.J. Simpson, former football great acquitted of murder, has died at the age of 76. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. O.J. Simpson's family announced that Simpson succumbed to his battle with cancer yesterday, April 10th, in a statement on the social media platform X. The former football star was infamously accused of and ultimately acquitted in the 1994 slaying of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman.
We've got ourselves a breezy and somewhat cool day across the 4 states. Taking a live look from MoDOT camera 32nd in range line. We're looking pretty good so far. We've got sunshine. We've still got a few clouds out there, but nothing too wild. But that wind, on the other hand, is a bit wild, with those gusts still reaching 35, potentially even up to 40 miles an hour out there. Quick recap of yesterday. Started at 50, so a little above normal, but the interesting part, thanks to the rain, we only made it to 58, so we were 10 degrees below normal for our high. Right now, we're sitting at 57 in Joplin, 56 in Pittsburgh, doing all right on those temperatures. We even have some low 60s out there in some locations as well, but most of us in the mid to upper 50s at this noon hour. As we head through the rest of the evening, we'll see these skies continue to clear, and there's that brief period of maybe partly, even possibly mostly cloudy skies as temperatures fall through the 40s by midnight. Again, much warmer weather is on the way. We're also tracking thunderstorm chances next week. We're going to look at all that in the full forecast here in a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Prosecutors in Neosho, Missouri file a statutory rape charge against a Neosho school employee. Authorities say Jacob Oak sexually assaulted a minor several times from 2021 to this year. He has not been arrested, as the warrant in this case includes a $5,000 code bond. Oaks is listed as a counselor at a South Elementary School on the Neosho School District's website, though the district says he was put on leave when they became aware of the allegations. Carthage will host a meeting to discuss the possible removal of the city administrator Greg Dagnan and consider articles of impeachment against the mayor. The decision to hold a special meeting today to discuss these and other topics was made during Tuesday night's City Council meeting. The first for some new Carthage City Council members. The initial motion was proposed by Mayor Pro Tem Alan Snow. According to Snow, the city is currently divided and has, quote, lost trust in the City Hall.
I feel that some of the divide comes from personnel, whether it's elected or hired at City Hall, and they believe that the healing can't begin until we have new leadership in place and to move forward.
There's a group that are unhappy with decisions that the city has made, and they blame the city administrator and myself, and some of them blame the city attorney as well. And that's their, I guess, they have the right to blame who they want.
The City Council also approved a motion declaring no confidence in the leadership of Mayor Dan Reif. For more details, go to our website at koamnewsnow.com. The Joplin Health Department is set to begin its efforts to control mosquitoes. The department is using fogging and larvicide treatments. They say they are using a low toxicity EPA pesticide, but people should stay indoors when fog is visible. Fog dissipates quickly, usually in 25 minutes. And fog is done early in the morning to minimize exposure, to close windows, and bring pets indoors during the treatments. Residents can opt out by contacting the health department, and fogging routes are posted on the city's website. The city of Joplin announces plans to revitalize Ewart Park thanks to voters renewing the quarter-cent parks and stormwater sales tax. Those plans include developing a new splash park, which the city says would be a state-of-the-art seasonal park to replace the aquatic center. It would feature water areas during the summer and an ice skating ribbon during the winter. They also plan to add a new playground, multi-use basketball court, and amphitheater. You can check out the designs through a virtual open house on our website. Joplin residents and business owners gathered at the Roxy yesterday evening to learn about what's going on and what's planned for the downtown area. The Downtown Alliance puts on the Downtown Now event 4 times a year. Last night's focus zeroed in on streetscaping and laid out design plans for the southern portion of the downtown corridor, one of many projects funded by the city's capital improvement sales tax. Attendees also got the chance to learn about Liberty Utilities' rebate program for businesses and to find out how they can replace their existing lighting with LED lights. The Pittsburgh Police Department yesterday conducted a car seat check lane event. Technicians inspected child seats and family response advocates provided families with information about their program. Members of the Rotary Club and Community Health Center were also on hand to help.
When car seats are not installed properly, there is a greater risk of harm to the child. So it is our job to be able to make sure that they are installed properly, make sure that they are the right height and weight of the child, and just really overall just make sure that child is safe in transportation.
The event was part of the Week of the Young Child. Coming up, a student-run business in Fredonia, Kansas celebrates its first 5 years. And later, we're making a memory lane milkshake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Students in Fredonia, Kansas are now 5 years into running and operating a successful business. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
A ringing of a bell is how most students start their morning. However, Fredonia Yellow Jackets prefer a different sound.
The reason I wanted to start working here is because I had so many advocators in the upper class, and I just loved those upperclassmen, so I wanted to work here with them. But also, it's a great opportunity to learn skills.
5 years ago, when the student-run coffee shop known as The Hive first opened, the walls were mostly bare, and the menu had less options. Fast forward, and now it's a thriving business and hub for the community.
It's just something our school's really passionate about. Everyone who comes up from the elementary school or middle school is like, I want to work at the Hive, I want to be like the Hive managers and Hive supervisors. It's kind of like, I would say, like the cool thing to do at our high school. Everyone kind of wants to work here.
For students like Brenna Harvey, who has been working at the Hive since its early days, this place is a second home.
I feel like I've given most of my life to being at the Hive and coming up with new ideas. You know, I in the drawer every day, so I'm here a lot.
And though she's set to graduate this year, she's leaving the Hive in good hands.
I think this is a learning experience, so we're all growing and learning new things about coffee, about just our community, how to like be a team, especially when like things change, we all have to like adjust to it. But I do think that everybody should at least experience what it's like to work here.
For these students, the Hive is more than just a job. It's a right step for their future.
None of my family's ever been to college, so I kind of wanted to be the first. And
in the meantime, they'll continue to make a killer cup of coffee. Reporting in Fredonia, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
And to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of the Hive, the shop offered a 10% off all drinks and food. Today, Pitt State hosted an event for Special Olympics as part of their Healthy Initiative. Professor Laura Covert-Miller's Therapeutic Recreation Program hosted a terrific field day at the Plaster Center with Special Olympics Kansas. This event for individuals with disabilities attracted Special Olympics North America representatives, showcasing a potential model for similar events across North America.
I take the lead in planning the event, and a few of the therapeutic recreation classes help me plan it. And so we think of a theme and then the activities we want to do, and then we kind of base the activities with the theme.
Those in attendance were able to enjoy a Treats and Trails event put on by Special Olympics Kansas and local groups along Pitt State's Hike Bike Path. Well, Pitt State yesterday also had a technological center School of Construction Expo. The expo began in 2013 as a single company, providing an opportunity for PSU construction students to experience equipment they may see in their careers. 2 years ago, it expanded to include interior design and electrical technology exhibits and vendors.
A lot of construction companies do design build work. And so that means you as the owner comes and talks to us and we'd like a 6-story building. Here's what we're going to put in there, what we need. We don't have any idea what we want to do. So we have to work with interior design folks to develop the plans and the estimates for them.
The event has grown in recent years to include as many as 800 attendees and 100 companies. Still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
It's Barbershop Quartet Day here in the Test Kitchen. And to celebrate, we have an old-fashioned ice cream parlor favorite that'll have you singing its praises.
And we are tracking a big warm-up as we head into this upcoming weekend. We'll talk about that, plus next week's storm chances when the KOAM News at noon returns. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. So we've had a few clouds out there. The temperatures are progressively starting to warm up on this somewhat cool day. It'll be a bit below average out there. And the winds are the big story as those gusts continue to reach 35, even upwards of 40 miles an hour. Let's start with a look at those current conditions. 57 in Joplin right now. Northwest breeze at 24 with gusts upwards of 33 miles an hour. As we head across state lines to Pittsburgh, it's 56. Northwest breeze at 8, gusts upwards of 22 miles an hour out there. And right now, the air is relatively dry. But over the next few days, we're going to have these winds bringing in moisture into the air, and that's what's going to set the stage for our thunderstorms as we head into next week. Let's take a look at temperatures around the region. We've got mid-upper 50s for a good portion of us, but off to the west, we're starting to get into those low 60s. So some of you may make it just a wee bit warmer than the rest of us, but we're not looking to go too terribly warm today. We're going to go about the mid-60s out there. And again, the big thing is those gusty northwest winds pushing 35, maybe 40 miles an hour. We could have a few gusty or moments of gusty winds through the evening hours. West breeze 5-15, gusts occasionally to 25, and we're going to go mostly clear overnight tonight. But of course, without the clouds to keep the warm air in, we're going to be cold. Well, comparatively cold out there. Upper 30s and low 40s. So not quite frost or freeze levels, but still pretty darn chilly. But that's going to be the last chilly night for a while. Tomorrow, sunny skies, 72. It's a textbook spring-like day out there. West breeze at 5 to 10. So we'll actually be a few degrees above average. A pretty decent day. What we want to talk about, though, in a little more detail is next week's thunderstorm chances. So you're going to see the extended forecast in a moment, and it may be a bit contradictory to what I'm about to say because some new data came in just a few minutes ago. And in all honesty, there's going to be a lot of new data between now and the time we actually get there. We have had a severe weather risk highlighted for our area for about the last 3 days now. With it being that far out, confidence is relatively high that the stage will be set for strong to severe thunderstorms. Based on what we've just looked at, this is the current scenario that looks to play out. But again, there will be some updates and some modifications, some refinements to this. We're looking at one round of strong to severe thunderstorms, the best opportunity for the stronger storms, say around anywhere between noon and possibly 3 on Monday. Now, again, this is going to change, so don't take this all to heart. Just know that by Monday and Tuesday, we're keeping an eye. Then we'll see another round of strong, potentially severe thunderstorms in a line that will roll through late Monday night and into early Tuesday morning. So one way or the other, between Monday and Tuesday, we want to keep an eye on the weather. Keep it right here to KOAM, Skywatch Weather Team. We're going to keep monitoring all the updates. So again, the stage is expected to be set. Confidence is high that the environment will be right for some stronger storms between Monday and Tuesday. It's just a matter of getting that timing refined on exactly when they're going to develop across the area. But once we get past that, we head into Tuesday, we're going to stay warm out there at least through Tuesday and Wednesday. So heading into the weekend, that's that warm-up we're talking about. Look at that, into the low to mid 80s this weekend, so well above normal temperatures out there. Then we'll head into next week. We'll watch those thunderstorm chances. We'll still be warm on Wednesday, and they'll set the stage for some additional showers and storms next Thursday and Friday. And that will cool us back, though. We'll go back down into the 50s next Friday and Saturday. But again, the big story is the 80s this weekend. Great weekend.
Yes.
And then watching those thunderstorm chances at the start of next week.
All right, thanks, Chris. We'll stick around. We're making a memory lane milkshake in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. We'll be right back. To celebrate Barbershop Quartet Day, Howard is whipping up a 50s-style favorite as he shows us the recipe for a memory lane milkshake in the Mr. Food Test kitchen.
So far this year, we've celebrated everything from New Year's Day to National Pizza Day. So when I found out that today was Barbershop Quartet Day, I thought it'd be fun to bring in a classic barbershop quartet to join us while we whip up an old-fashioned milkshake.
Goodbye, my Coney Island baby.
To make it, all we do is combine some vanilla ice cream with some milk, sugar, and a good amount of frozen strawberries. We'll give it a whirl, and once it's smooth, pour it into tall glasses. After fancying it up with lots of whipped cream and fresh berries, it's ready to enjoy. That's all there is to it. And if you have an old-fashioned milkshake blender, all the better. So if you're craving an old-fashioned treat that'll bring back all sorts of memories, all you need to do is head over to our website and get a copy of what we call our Memory Lane Milkshake. It may sound simple, but the harmony of flavors is timeless.
So goodbye,
farewell,
so long forever.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island. Bye, Coney Island.
Do they sound amazing or what? I'm Howard with the Cameo Barbershop Quartet in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a nostalgic way for you to say,
ooh, it's so good.
Hey, that's my line.
Well, you can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, breezy today, mid-60s. Take a look at that weekend as we're going into the 80s by this weekend. And then we're keeping an eye on those thunderstorm chances next Monday night into Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Chris. And Dow, what do you have for us tonight?
A lot coming up at 5 for starters. A recent string of storms in the west has eased drought-like conditions. However, those storms have led to flooding. Now cities like Los Angeles are reusing excess water, becoming what they call sponge cities. Plus, elementary students in Pineville, Missouri are stepping into the shoes of tomorrow as they take part in an immersive life simulation event. And a historic week for Missouri Southern as they break ground on the Roy Blunt Health Science Innovation Center. Hope you join us for those stories, a lot more. KOAM News at 5.
All right, thanks, Dow. Have a great rest of your day.